What's the craziest reason you've ever seen someone get kicked out of college? Freshman year, this guy named Derek thought he could get away with literally anything because his uncle donated a ton of money to the university every year. He walked around campus acting like he owned the place. Skipped classes constantly, harassed professors, blasted music during lectures, cheated on exams, and somehow never got punished for any of it. Everybody knew him as that rich kid who treated college like one giant joke. But there was this girl in his biology class named Emma who was the complete opposite. Quiet, hardworking, always sitting front row taking notes. She was there on scholarships and worked night shifts at a diner just to afford textbooks and rent. People respected her because she never complained even though everyone knew she was struggling badly. Derek targeted her almost immediately. He'd mock her cheap clothes in front of people, make comments about her smelling like grease from work, and laugh every time she answered questions in class. One time he accidentally knocked her laptop off a desk during lab and cracked the screen. Another time he posted a picture of her asleep in the library with the caption, "Imagine being this desperate for a degree." His friends thought it was hilarious. The semester kept getting worse. Emma looked exhausted all the time. She'd show up late sometimes because she was juggling classes, work, and taking care of her younger brother after their dad got arrested earlier that year. Most people didn't know that part though. She kept her personal life private. Then came finals week. Everyone was already stressed out of their minds when our professor handed back the final research presentations. Emma got the highest grade in the class. The professor even said it was one of the best projects he'd seen in years. Derek completely lost it. Right there in front of 200 students, he stood up and started clapping sarcastically. Then he yelled, "Congrats, Emma. Maybe now you can finally afford shampoo and stop begging the financial aid office for handouts." The room got awkward fast. Emma just sat there staring at her desk while people shifted uncomfortably in their seats. But Derek wasn't done. He started laughing and said, "Actually, never mind. People like you only get scholarships because colleges love charity cases. Nobody here actually thinks you belong." Dead silence. Even the professor looked stunned. That's when Emma quietly closed her laptop, stood up, and said, "I spent last night sleeping in my car because I got evicted 2 days ago. I still came here and passed your class." You could feel the entire lecture hall turn against Derek instantly. But instead of apologizing like any normal human being would, he smirked and said, "Maybe if your life's such a disaster, college isn't really for you." 3 students immediately pulled out their phones and started recording. One girl in the back shouted, "What the hell is wrong with you?" The professor told Derek to leave the classroom immediately, but he just laughed and said his family basically paid for the building anyway. That comment ruined him. Because sitting in the back of the lecture hall that morning was the Dean of Academic Affairs doing a random observation. She heard everything. Campus security showed up before class even ended. Derek got escorted out while everyone watched in complete silence. For the first time all year, he actually looked nervous. The university launched an investigation that same afternoon after multiple students submitted videos of his harassment. Turns out there were already complaints against him from other professors and students going back months. By Friday, Derek was officially expelled from the university for harassment, academic misconduct, and violating student conduct policies. His uncle's donations didn't save him. And the craziest part? The video spread around campus so fast that by the next week, literally nobody remembered Derek as the rich, popular guy anymore. They remembered him as the idiot who destroyed his entire future because he couldn't stop bullying one exhausted girl who worked harder than he ever had in his life.